Hello and welcome to Mechelen 360. In this video, I want to solve a problem with you to illustrate the concept of resolution of forces. So let's read the problem together and solve it. Alright, so determine the x and y components of each of the forces. Okay, so the first thing to do in this problem is to come up with a convention. Now this is the convention y, x. So what this means is that every force in this direction along the x is positive, and then every force in this direction along the y is positive. Once there is a force which is not in this direction, it will be assigned negative. Alright, let's start with the 800 Newton force, this guy. Let's start with this force right here. So how can I resolve this force into x component and y component? In other words, the rectangular component. So that's pretty much simple. I can find this by assigning an angle here. Let's say theta. All right. So what then is theta? Theta is going to be tan inverse of 600 divided by 800. And what is that going to be? That's going to be, so let's pick our calculators. So tan inverse of 600 on 800, and so that is going to be 36.87. so 36.87, that is theta. So that's the angle right here, 36.87. all right. So now what we'll do is that we will now find the x component and the y component. Okay, so for the x component, I'm going to use cos theta. All right. So what is cos theta? Or in other words, let me use, so cos 36.87, since we know the angle now. So fx is the component of the force along the x direction, and Fy is the component of the force along the y direction. Okay. All right. It's going to be adjacent, which is Fx, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 800. Now Fx is going to be 800 cos 36.87. All right. So what is it going to be? Calculator. So 800 cosine 36.87, and that is going to give me 639.9999. Oh man, so that is actually 640, and that is 640 newtons. It must be noted that the 800 force is along this direction. Therefore, the x component will be along this direction, and then the y component will also be along this direction. Now using sine, so this time around, let me use sine. Let me write it here. So using sine 36.87, I'm going to get Fy, which is the opposite, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 800. From here, I can say that Fy is going to be 800 sine 36.87. And what is that? So I will just change this to become sine. Sine. Okay. 480.001. Oh man, that is 480 newtons. All right. So I know Fx as 640 newtons, and then Fy is 480 newtons. All right. So I'm done with the 800 Newton guy. Let's come to this 424 guy. So I'll use the same approach by finding an angle theta right here. Okay. Now in this case, I'm going to do tan inverse again. So this time around, it's going to be all right. So this theta is going to be tan inverse of the opposite, which is 900, on the adjacent, which is 560. Okay, which is going to be, so let's pick our calculators. So tan inverse of 900 on 560, what is that? I'm going to get 58.109. 58.109 degrees. Okay, so I'll do the same thing. Now I'm going to resolve this 424. Okay, so I know the angle right now. So this angle is what we are calling, so this angle we are saying is 58.109. Okay, now what will we do? We are going to resolve this along the x as well as the y. Now look at this very careful. You see that the force is coming in this direction, and that's the reason why the x component is coming here and then the y component is going this way. In other words, if I want to move from here to here, it's the same as first of all moving from here and then coming down here. All right, let's resolve this force. So in other words, this component is going to be fx. Okay, let me do this well. 58.109. So the component of the force along the x is fx, and then, okay, let me do this theta. We know the angle. And then this side is going to be fy. Okay, so let's do this together. First of all, let's find cos theta. So cos 58.109 is going to be fx, in other words, the adjacent on the hypotenuse, which is 424. All right, from this I can say that fx is nothing but 424 cosine 58.109. And what is that? So I'm going to get 424 cosine 58.109, and that is 224.0. Okay, 224.0 newtons, or let's say 224 newtons. But look at something interesting here. The direction of this force is against the direction that we chose. We said that every force in this direction should be positive. Here we have a force in this direction, so we're going to negate it. All right, so this one is going to be negative. Okay, similarly, let's do sine. So sine 58.109 is going to be fy divided by 424. It means that fy is going to be 424 sine 58.109. Okay, and what is it going to be? So I will just change this side to be sine. $359.999. Oh man, so that is actually 360. 360 newtons. But look something here. We said that every force going up in the y direction like this is positive. Here we have a force coming down here, and so we are going to negate it, and that is going to be minus. So that is going to be minus 360 newtons. Okay, so we've been able to resolve this force into x and y component. Finally, let's look at this gentleman here, 408 Newton force. Alright, so the same preamble, the same principle. Don't forget that this side is also going to be 900 millimeters. Okay, so 900. Since this is 900, this is also going to be 900. So let's say the angle is somewhere, let's say here. Okay, you can either do it here or there, it's the same thing, but you have to be careful about the trigonometric ratios to use. Okay, so now let's look at where the theta is positioned right now. This is where the theta is. So this time let's find sine theta again and let's see what will happen. Okay, so this time around I have theta to be tan inverse of opposite on adjacent. This time around my opposite becomes the 480 and then my adjacent becomes the 900. So it's going to be 480 divided by 900. What's that? That's going to be tan inverse of 480 on 900. So tan inverse of 480, then I'll divide it by 900. Okay, that's 28.072. So 28.072. That's the angle right here. Okay, so now let's look at this force. So this force 408 is coming down like this. It means that the x component must come this way, and the y component must come this way. So I have fx right here, and then I have fy right here. Okay, now let's solve for fx and fy using the trigonometric ratios. Let's find cos 28.072. Let's look at the diagram carefully. Cosine is actually adjacent on hypotenuse. Looking at where the angle is, the adjacent is going to be fy, and then the opposite to this angle is going to be fx. And so always you have to be very careful. Don't necessarily memorize that fx is f cos theta, fy is f sin theta. No, don't always memorize that. Look at the geometry and then look at the trigonometric ratio to use. So this time around, cos theta is going to be fy on f. All right. Now from here, we can easily find fy. And then fy is what? So let me write it here. So this implies that our fy this time is going to be 408 cosine 28.072. And I'm going to get, so that is going to be 408 cosine 28.072. Okay, so that is going to be 360.001. Okay, so 360 newtons. But let's look at something interesting here. You see that the force is coming downwards, right? Downwards. But what did we say? We said that every force moving in the y direction, this side is positive. This time around, this is coming down, and so it must be negated. And so I must negate this. Okay. From here, what can I say? So I have my fx, I have my fy. Oh, sorry, I have my fy. Let's find the fx. So obviously, the sign is going to give us fx divided by hypotenuse. Now let's find fx from here. It's going to be 408 sine 28.072. And that's going to be, I'm going to get 408 sine 28.072. 28. And that's going to be 191.997. So almost 192. So 192 newtons. All right, but then this force is coming downwards. And so I need to negate the y. Similarly, the x is coming downwards, coming to this positive side. Sorry, this x is coming to this positive side, and it's in the direction that we said, and so this one will remain as that. So that's how to resolve the force into fx and fy. There is another way to do this, but I have done another video on that. Thank you very much for watching.